Counter bring into Tryndamere. We'll see what HiRit can get done on the Fiora. The top lane just turned into Armageddon. I mean, whichever one's ahead on side lane will dictate the pace. Those summoners being down makes it so Caps can't play as aggressive, and Vetheo can be a little bit more in his face.
That's in face indeed. Underneath the tower, does secure first blood and will concede the reply to Jankos.
Great solo kill.
Well, everyone knows the assignment here. It's about the mid lane. 3 members from both teams trying to net that priority to get that push in, to dictate the control of the map.
Man, pulled backwards by Renata, and Mersa is dropped by Caps.
But they're consistently placing top 6, top 5, top 4 in playoffs, which is fantastic. That next step is difficult, though. They have good rookies to build upon, and
Jankos is starting to herald.
That's the thing, G2, they're so good at playing around with that pressure, but now the mid lane Vetheo wants to respond.
Well, let's find out. There's a stun as well as the hijacked, petrifying gaze, and Caps just sticking around a couple.
Just yet, Mersa has abandoned bot where Neon's winning out in the 1v1. Hang on a second, though.
The recall finishes! The recall finishes, and Mersa's left all alone. 3 members of G2 will be able to run him down. The kill will be gifted to Broken Blade. And that they handle today's G2. Mersa's got that solar flare, missed the Zenith Blade. Here comes Vetheo. What is he going to hijack? Shlatan's got that Heartbreaker available to him. Petrifying Gaze is used, and the onslaught to Shadows was stolen away. Grey health by so much time, but so far it's a 1-for-1. Vetheo traded for Jankos is in the reply. Shlatan's taken out.
And these Targamas, he's the one who's roaming first, and we're just going to be out of a replay.
Yeah, there we go. Broken Blade using the Undying Rage, trying to chase down, and will be able to secure it. Needs the flash to escape, but solo kill underneath the tower.
Oh, 3 people closing in.
Misfits trying to get one back. And look for HiRit, and he will be able to answer. So Shlatan was killed.
Just kind of falls apart.
Of course, with all the time Mersa spent roaming Guildborg, that means the bottom lane is completely taken. The tower's dropped. Neon is significantly behind Flakked. And now all of a sudden, G2, are they in trouble? Caught out. That's the Zenith Blade connecting this time around. Gonna hop over the wall for Jankos. He stays alive a little bit longer. The Rift Tail's the focus for the rest of Misfits, and they're not gonna be able to find the kills just yet.
They stopped the second charge, but they still need to be careful. It's still not their jungle that they're walking into. Cap still has that petrifying gaze, so Misfits need to be careful about this move. They're getting aggressive.
Stepping forward. The Moonlight Vigil did so much, and Jankos is down. Traded back with the Super Mega Death Rocket. Neon escapes with his life for now. Shlatan dashes forward, and he's taken out by Caps. Now Vetheo.
Hard place there. Do I walk into Vetheo? Do I walk into the rest of Misfits? In the end, he falls. Hang on a second, fighting in top HiRit.
And he chase it down. Yes, he does. So Broken Blade punished on that one. We didn't see this.
It's going to be 2021 HiRit. It's this game. He has all the resources Misfits have, and he needs to be able to push these side lanes, win out against Broken Blade, and take over the rest of the map, because the 4v4 is really in G2's favor.
It really is indeed. A lot of CC there thrown onto Jankos. He will get taken out. Vetheo secures the kill, the 3rd of the game, and I will add to the... They're still very far behind. And just a quick update while I have a moment. Caps joins an elite club of people who have secured 1,500 kills. Only Reckless and Jankos are in that club with him. I realize the confetti's a bit much, but I love it. And of course, Flash, Foster sidestepped, and Vetheo's holding on to the onslaught. The rest of G2 making their way up. Mersa's going to throw down that solar flare and make it magnificent. Not going to use it just yet. The tower will be the focus. Mersa's buying some time while HiRit is pushing that bottom lane.
Yeah, making 1,501 instead for Caps there. These outplays the 1 versus 2 situation. In G2, they push in the middle turret. They're able to allocate their resources on the top side, but all at the same time, HiRit, he's still pushing
for the rest of the game, because he is the man who has to carry Misfits through this game.
As well as, how do Misfits handle the 4v4s? When you look at their vision, they cannot afford to get caught out. HiRit and Broken Blade trading back and forth. Undying Rage will buy so much time. A flash forward, and now Shlatan wants to get the reply trade. Spinning Slash will put a lot of distance away. The Moonlight Vigil does not find its target. Broken Blade.
Yeah, I can see Jankos laughing. He knew they were fine, and that's what Misfits have to do. They have to punish G2 on overextensions with TP advantages, because G2 don't have any of their own. So when they're split up, maybe they can look for TP plays themselves. Misfits, hang on a second.
Neon under a lot of trouble, forced to flash over the wall. Jankos engages, and Mersa is kicked backwards by the hoofs of Jankos. The 12th kill secured, and now 5 versus 4. They start hammering away onto Shlatan. Look at that damage.
Hold on.
The Super Mega Death Rocket is flashed away from, and nothing that Misfits throw at. Exquisite performance from G2, and now Misfits are looking very likely to go down 0-3. I think something can be said. Teams met in the regular season. Misfits, they do have a knack for pulling a miracle comebacks. They will need a gigantic miracle to pick up this game. And Will HiRit be able to do anything? That miasma is going to interrupt. Keep your eyes on the hostile takeover. Solar Flare hits absolutely nobody. Shlatan's pushed away by Jankos, and a little bit of time has been bought. Flakked gets himself yet another kill. Petrifying Gaze comes up. That's 2 for G2, and HiRit will be run down. Broken Blade running amok. 15 kills, and the Baron available.
Second game in a row where the stopwatch from Jankos has come in so clutch, and now I should just set yourself Baron for the taking instead. And Misfits, there's nothing they can get. There's no turrets to push. You are kind of left wondering if they should have just gone for a bot side play with HiRit. He had that teleport available, but in the end, it's G2 who reigned supreme with the skirmish around Baron.
And G2,
it's about how they are performing as a team. And in this game, we've talked about the rotation, we've talked about the macro. They've just looked classes above Misfits.
They have, and they've developed throughout the course of spring. Expectations pre-season were not that high, and now G2 are moments away from making it to the semi-finals. Jankos dives all the way forward, jumps onto Neon, kicks him back, and Caps sends him to the fountain. Mersa will be the next target as Flakked is on a rampage. G2 have obliterated Misfits today.
No!
And are styling on them as Jankos once again sets up another kill for his team. It has been one-sided all day long, but G2 Esports will now start hammering on the Nexus. They look towards a matchup with Fnatic next Saturday. And for Misfits, they will finish the season 4th. G2 obliterate Misfits.
This was a clean best of 5, this was a clinical best of 5, and this was a decisive best of 5. G2 looking for some fountain dives, smiles across all the faces. Dominant series.
G2 take down Misfits 3-0 and advance to finals weekend. I think huge credit has to be given to the development, the growth of G2. I think you can see a steady trajectory throughout the course of spring. I think today they outclassed Misfits, but this sends a big warning sign to next weekend's opponents.
That's the thing, right? Because Fnatic, they're the kind of team that just got reverse swept in the upper bracket final. We were talking about trajectory. Fnatic didn't look as clean, looked a little bit underwhelming in this series. You're now going up against the G2, who's really been building up through the lower bracket. And you know what happened last season? Fnatic, they were the team who was going up through that lower bracket, up against G2. This time around,